Hi guys, welcome to another episode. Today we're going to talk about controlling 7-strokes fields. Controlling odd time fields sometimes can be hard because they don't develop in a regular time frame, especially when we play in a 4/4 situation. So it is good for us to spend some time and understand and learn to hear and control this type of fields, which I really like because it kind of gives you that odd time feeling that then goes back into one when you close it, and it's just kind of like it gets out of the bars and then back in. So I really like it. You can become very creative with it. We're going to see how to develop and to learn to hear this, and then a few variations that we can use to start to be creative, and then of course you guys will come up with your own ideas once you have the perfect control of this field. So first of all, we have to learn to literally hear the 7 strokes, so we can either just accent the first stroke every 7 or divide the accents so that we have a better structure, and that can help us hearing this. So let's start playing this on the snare and see how this sounds like. Okay, so it's so we can see how already just keeping the single strokes going, we start one time with the right hand and one time with the left hand. We can change the sticking, and we can do this while we're working on this, so that maybe we can have a easier sticking to start with, especially when we start to put this in a regular 4/4 bar, so that it doesn't confuse us too much. But for now, let's see what I meant by adding accents so that we have a better structure to work on. If for example, I accent the 3 right hands and then the 3 left hands, it's going to be a little bit more easier for me to start to control this. It will sound like this. Okay, it's going to be easier for a matter of every right hand that I will play before changing the hand is going to be accent. So if, for example, I move my hands, the accent hand on the floor tom and my left on the tom, it will sound like this. Okay, so I can start hearing and counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So the reason why it becomes a little bit easier, it's because there's less space and less time to think of the switching. So I don't have to think 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. But it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So in your head it just gets easier. Or we can change the sticking so that we don't have to start with different hands every time, and we'll just play regular single notes, and then the double ghost note we'll play just with our left hand, so in this way. Okay, so in this way, even if we speed this up, it's going to be a little bit easier because there won't be too much motion in changing the hands and changing the accents. So for example, if we speed this up a lot, it will sound like this. Okay, great. So now we kind of know how the 7 strokes sound. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But what if we have to put this in a regular time frame? So let's start keeping the hi-hat, the quarter notes on hi-hat, and when the four measures are done, we will have to go back on one with our hands. So we won't continue endlessly in repeating this, but when the fourth bar ends, we have to then close our 7-stroke rolls so that it closes on one. So in this way. So I know that if I want this 7 strokes exactly in a 4/4 measure, it will sound like this. And then it will repeat. So I will have to memorize this and start to work on this. This is going to be like my 7 strokes. This is controlling a 7-stroke feel in a 4-measure space. So it's going to sound like this. So it's going to be 3 accent with my right hand, 3 accent with my left, and 1 accent with my right, and then it'll repeat. So